Hey guys, first regardsman here, and I'll be talking about a last Fusil build for the sniper class to maximize DPS with the rate of fire variant. Now the last Fusil is the overall strongest weapon on the sniper currently. It kind of does stupid damage, especially versus neurothropes and zoanthropes, and overall I actually just love this weapon quite a bit. So for the perk tree here, I do pick up perpetual velocity first, shots charged 15% faster. When you take both versions of this perk here and you stack it on top of the rate of fire variant, your DPS output is kind of disgusting, so I like these perks quite a lot. And the next perk I take on top of this is Adamant Velocity. When your health is below 30%, shots charge 25% faster. When you stack all of these together, if this actually procs, your charge rate is just stupid. And sitting at below 30% HP on a sniper is not that dangerous because we do have the perk down here, Conviction. When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage for 15 seconds, on top of Purification to give you CHP back on using your Camo Cloak. So honestly, these combined make you stupidly tanky, and also the Camo Cloak cancel to be literally invincible at times, so really strong option there for sure. Now the next perk we take after all of these is things like the Headhunter perk on top of the perk Charging Immunity. When charging a shot, you do not lose control from heavy hits. This one actually helps quite a bit because there's no knockback on the sniper in base unless you take perks like Persistence here, but we're taking Lingering Concealment today, so this one actually helps out quite a lot. And the next perk here is Headhunter once again. Then I move over into the perk Rapid Health, or excuse me, Instant Health, which is basically the same thing, or like a little bit of a variation of Rapid Health. And then I move down here into the perk Increased Capacity, and then I pick up Increased Capacity once again. Now the reason I take these two ammo perks is that our other perk here in the Prestige perk tree, Versatile Precision, says performing a kill with your secondary weapon restores 15% of your primary weapon's ammo, cooldown is 15 seconds, and to actually get 2 shots back instead of 1, you do need to pick up some ammo perks on the rate of fire variant, because the rate of fire variant does struggle with ammo economy a little bit, at least compared to the other versions, which is why you do want to pick up these perks for sure. And that's pretty much all there is to the weapon perk tree on this thing. Now for the secondary weapon, I do take a heavy bolt pistol because this does have the highest gun strike in the entire game, also has enough ammo to easily proc things like Pattern of Excellence in our signature perk tree here, on top of just being a pretty good weapon overall. And the perk tree, I just build all the way down through like Increased Capacity, moving into the perk here, Death Strike. After killing a Majora's level or higher enemy in melee combat, you deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds, and the melee damage on Sniper is actually quite good, so you do proc this pretty often. And then move over here into the perk Able Damage. After using a class ability, damage increases by 20% for 10 seconds. Now the sniper uses the Camo Cloak all the time, so this procs constantly, so super valuable perk here. Then I move up into the perk over here, Tactical Precision. Headshots deal 20% more damage, non-headshot damage decreases by 10%. Really because this one gives you a flat reduction in 10% to all non-headshot range damage, but having an increased 20% headshot damage is worth it because headshots are like 99% of what matters on pretty much every gun in this game anyways, and your alternatives on the sniper class are the bolt pistol and inferno pistol, so really heavy bolt pistol is just a no-brainer. And for my melee weapon selection, I do just take a block knife because the sniper is such a forgiving class already with things like Purification that any downside of a block weapon pretty much vanishes here, and honestly gun strikes and fencing parries only benefit him a ton anyways, and the Adrenaline Surge charges are super powerful, especially in conjunction with stuff like Conviction. Now for the perk tree, I just pick up the bottom row for the most part, and then I move down here to grab the perk Shadow Stab. Shadow Stab is an incredibly damaging perk for bosses and even extremis enemies at times, so pretty much always pick this up. Also has incredible synergy with things like the Camo Cloak, and the other perk I grab up here is Shoulder Bash. Replace Distance Stab with Shoulder Bash. While evading/sprinting, tap the attack button to quickly perform an area effect forward attack. The Shoulder Bash is a much better lunging attack than Distance Stab because it has a way faster recovery, doesn't really like lock you in as much, so Shoulder Bash is just a significantly better option in my opinion. And the final perk I grab down here is Extremis Slayer for bonus Extremis damage, though alternatively if you're going for like a full boss hunting build, you could pick up Terminus Slayer, but that is up to you. Now for the sniper perk tree, I do pick up Melee Mastery first. Melee damage increases by 20% against Majora's level and higher enemies. Now your melee damage on the sniper class, like I mentioned previously, is pretty damn good, though alternatively you could pick up Block Break. Shots will penetrate enemy block stances, dealing 50% of the usual damage. This can actually help the last Fusil because the last Fusil just puts out so much damage and shoots so quickly that Block Break is actually kind of valuable, but I still prefer the Melee Mastery perk here because usually melee damage is just very strong in this class. Now next perk I take is Adaptability. Reloading while having low ammo or manually activating Camo Cloak increases melee damage by 25% for 10 seconds. This perk is just a super free melee damage buff. 25% increased melee damage is very chunky, and a 10-second uptime uptime is a very long uptime, so super valuable perk here. Next perk we take is Lethal Efficiency. Killing more than one enemy with one shot from a last Fusil restores charge by 1. This is the only perk in this whole tree that helps our last Fusil here, and these other two do nothing for us, so pretty much always grab this for any last Fusil build. And for the team perk selection, I do pick up Squad Renewal. A headshot kill restores ability charge by 10% for any squad member. This perk is pretty much mandatory if you're not taking the perk here Renewal, because getting back your camo cloak with this is just super valuable. Very powerful perk for your whole team, especially if you have like a heavy on your team or a tactical with their Auspex and Iron Halo, or like a heavy bolter. So really good perk here. Then I also move up into a god tier perk with Purification. Manually activating camo cloak removes negative status effects and restores all contested health. This perk is kind of ridiculous with how good it is. This one will just make you so damn tanky, make the sniper so forgiving. Honestly, there is a camo cloak cancel in this game that basically remain invincible the whole game with things like Lingering Concealment on top of Emperor's Grace, but Purification on its own is already so damn powerful that you really don't even need to use that combo, but we're gonna do it anyways. So next perk we take is Targeted Shot. The first range attack that breaks camo cloak deals 75% more damage. This just lets you hit breakpoints with your last Fusil that you otherwise could not, and Targeted Shot in general is pretty strong with this weapon, so I like it quite a bit. Though if you do want to take a perk down here like Tactical Ambush, you definitely can. And the next perk I take here is Lingering Concealment. After performing an attack that breaks camo cloak, you remain hidden for 2 seconds. This perk is just kind of broken with things like Emperor's Grace for 2 seconds of invulnerability upon camo cloak activation, because basically you can go in and out of camo cloak, remain invincible the entire time, hit your camo cloak back with things like Squad Renewal, or just use the camo cloak cancel. And honestly, Lingering Concealment is kind of broken at the moment, though I'll also say that the perk up here, Persistence, when camo cloak deactivates, you take 20% less health damage, do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. Is also very powerful. Lingering Concealment is just better. And for the signature perk tree here, just grab Pattern of Excellence. Performing 3 consecutive headshots restores equipment charge by 1. Cooldown is 30 seconds. This perk is just a god tier. These 2 perks here are probably the best in the entire tree besides things like Squad Renewal, and overall having a 30-second Melt-A-Bomb is just disgustingly powerful. Even 30-second shot grenades, equipment recharge in this game is very strong in general, and this is the best version of this perk in the whole game besides things like Secure Stockpile. And for the Prestige perk tree, I pick up Emperor's Grace first. When Camo Cloak activates, you become invulnerable to damage for 2 seconds. This invulnerability is basically the ultimate form of no knockback in all Space Marine 2. You will phase through boss hits, you will phase through every single enemy attack in the entire game. 2 seconds is also the perfect time for your Lingering Concealment, like we mentioned before, and overall this perk is just kind of busted. Next perk we take is Versatile Precision for ammo economy, and then I grab the perk down here, Conviction. When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage for 15 seconds, because this one simply allows you to prevent getting damage nuked. And then I also grab the perk down here, Exacting Focus. After a gun strike, you deal 20% more range damage for 10 seconds. This perk is pretty damn good. Setting up gun strikes even with a block knife is not hard at all, because you just like whack around the Majoras at times when they're in execute, or just like whack around a Minoris. Very easy to pull off, and those are the ones I prefer overall. That's pretty much all there is for the last Fusil sniper build setup. This gun is just top tier and pretty much always has been. Hopefully this build guide helped, and if you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, thanks for watching. Bye.
Watch out! You're a from seat to ravage our way. I am a phantom of death.
Oh, I can't move.
Dignity's love crawling beneath us. Active camouflage charge. They shall not see.
Oh my god,
I see
bro.
you, brother.
That's
Meteor line cloak ready. No shame in needing assistance. Only 20 carapaces remain.
Give it to me, god damn it.
I am a phantom of death. Active camouflage charge.
What was input reading? I fucking hate the enemies in this game.
Unseen, I stalk my target.
Well, where they like dodge you?
Oh, they read your inputs, so they'll just jump around whenever you're trying to shoot at them.
I am recommending you for a commendation, streamer.
Like an AI in a fighting game.
Thank you. You would resist a badge of honor.
Keeping my brothers alive is the only honor I require.
I did not know that was a gene suit spawn. Go get it.
Somebody said that you barely lose HP. Oh wait, purification barely helps on the sniper because you lose most of your HP to range shift damage. I mean, purification is just a live button on this class. That's a quite wacky take.
That's the ult and you cleanse all white health.
There will be no
That's a super broken perk in this game. You just hit alt and you get all your CHP back.
Yeah, what's the argument
That it doesn't actually help that much. It shouldn't be nerfed.
Inserting fresh magazine.
Though I don't think they will nerf it.
Waste nothing.
That's not even the OP thing about sniper.
Our orders are clear. Advance.
It's the ray split, bro.
Look, it's the gate.
So what's actually OP in this game is the power fist.
Floor line spotted. Changing magazine. Unseen, I stalk my target. The reclamation center entrance.
I'm not gonna get play.
The hive ships are moving into range of the capability towers. We are in Kadaku's final hours.
Readying next.
When you have heavy plasma last use on the power fist on the team, the game just plays itself. This guy's
Chameleon
run
line
through.
cloak ready.
An unpleasant odor.
Is this a charge speed variant? Yes.
Load up with grenades. The machinery here lies dormant.
Saber used the Codex Primaris version of The Exorcist. It is grossly funny because book arts that uses are OG dark red. Yeah, it's true. And it is ugly. They should be ashamed.
Reactivate the entire system. Find and activate control.
Stealth ready. Tyranids have no mind for tactics. Emilio line engaged. Emilio line
Fire
ready.
armor or not.
I have eyes on a firewall.
Fucking get shot there.
Perhaps they seek to choke our rivers with their dead.
We have to awaken the armor control before we venture into the fortress.
You there. Contact river. Fester and rot. See not abomination.
I remember back when this game used to just have infinite ammo trace for the grenade launcher.
The grenade launcher, yeah, those are good times.
Nuts.
Stealth ready.
I did enjoy that.
Back then the game hardly sent any enemies at you.
Have they changed spawn much?
Oh, definitely. If you look back at like old footage of the game, barely anything.
way Venator, we have isolated our foe from its allies. We cannot enter the
game's playing
fortress
itself,
until
Indy.
the entire system is activated.
Not bad. Where did he come from? What?
We need to find and remove this material so we can leave this room.
There you go, where's he going?
I would love to know when last feels bad at killing Fireflies.
These alien vines suffocate the generators. Let us rectify this.
If we are to fix this, we must destroy the spores that spawn these vines.
I feel like you can shoot the gun on a Bible like eight times plus Fusil on it. Finally, maybe put him in the red.
Fucking green, but probably not the worst weapon to kill him. But
It ain't good, I know that.
there's no headshot multiplier, it's that stupid thing. FUG, if there was a 40k Total War, would you do a multiplayer campaign with Indy? I haven't done them. I don't even know if I want to do a multiplayer campaign. But you played so much Total War, you'd probably be.
I'm not very tryhard when it comes to especially campaign stuff.
The
I think
consoles are
that
active.
would be fun,
Open
and I
the
would
door.
I'm not one of those people that like is gonna step on the gas and just shit on
Just
someone
head to head
for- well,
demolish them.
Yeah, it's not fun for anybody.
I did head to head with my friend once.
We are
but it was
entering
pretty,
the
like, whatever.
fortress.
Good. Head up to the cannons and remind the
And I'm not
Xenos
bad
of
at campaign, but I'm also not like incredible at it either. Like multiplayer and battles are more my thing anyway.
I like the campaign a lot. Well, I was like the opposite of that, like amazing how the battle is, like how to play it's work. But battles in campaign always turn into like, all right, my legendary lord's OP, and now my army just knocks everything.
Yeah, I mean, I have played some head-to-head campaigns, and it's so asymmetrical that it actually, in some ways, can be kind of unpleasant.
Yeah.
Like I played against a Dark Elf friend, and
Active camouflage.
or I don't
charge.
know, he was Vampire Coast when I was Dark Elf, and the Vampire Coast are a Horde faction, and so it doesn't matter if you kill their army, they come back in like 4 turns, and then all their buildings are still there. So like he could deal economic damage to me by taking a city or whatever, but if I killed his army, he would just be back in 4 turns and have all the same buildings. And so like that's the kind of thing where you're like, okay, well, how am I supposed to win? You can get tier 3 and tier 4 units way faster than me. He doesn't have to worry about growth to the same extent, and he just gets to retain all his buildings, despite even if I kill his main stack. So like,
Active camouflage. charge.
and very because the game's very unbalanced. So that's the kind of thing. It's like it's very, very matchup dependent. And there's some factions that are really strong in head-to-head, and some that aren't.
Their numbers are no match for our trading.
So I had a full army of like Dark Shards and Dread Spears, and he had like turn 12. He had like more goals and
Perfect balance.
crab and stuff. And I was
Dark
like,
shards are always fucking good though.
Dark Shards are really good, but they're not good when you have to deal with invisible stalking runs to
Yeah.
get to the front line
You
in
would be
5
the
seconds.
perfect firing.
Personally, I miss the ass ladders of the invisible like phantom units.
That
Slide the walls.
Are you
They
being
get like a hex
serious?
wraith.
No.
Well, and there's no unit caps or like balancing in campaign and head-to-head campaign either.
Media line.
So people can do like super cheesy strats where they just bring like I don't know.
I feel like it's
19
one of those
flyers,
things that's
one-hit
best
more.
done with 2 people. I have no idea what they're doing.
That or a friend who like you have to have some kind of house rules to make it work.
Yeah, I feel like I would never do a head-to-head like some
Media line. Activated.
That is the kind of thing that would be fun in a new game. Neither of you really know what
Camouflage
the
charge.
meta is yet.
She's so fucking fast.
Grenade deployed.
Chat, if there is a total war 40k, what's the factions you want to see? What do you think would be the three to six factions that are there on launch?
We all know it's going to be Ultramarines. Guaranteed.
Who's your faction leader then? Who's your legendary lord?
Calgar.
Calgar, Gilliman?
Camellia line cloak ready.
I can already see they're going to be like, ready to be Calgar, and then like, oh, DLC, it's going to be Rotate Gilliman. Holy shit, it's a Primarch. Oh.
It's a Primarch, bro. That would sell, bro.
Yeah.
That would sell.
I am a phantom of death.
But I know everyone's going to buy the game anyways. But I did put like the fucking, honestly, they just keep like Titus as the legendary lord.
Next volley.
They fuck it.
That's not
And then we're gonna sell you, a Chapter Master Calcar or something ridiculous separately.
Precisely what we need.
It would be cool to see Titus get like super ranked up next game.
After this, he should.
Stealth ready.
Two fully charged plasma didn't kill a goddamn Calcar. Come on, bro.
Changing like a Camellia line cloak ready. Deploy crack grenade. Filthy burrower in
I would love to see something just completely out of left field for starting factions though.
most impressive.
Like go
cleansing,
Sisters of
brothers.
Battle, Tau,
This lift
There's so many
is our
cool
way
things.
to the cannons.
I wouldn't mind Tau.
the other cults, and
I feel like range-based
I'm definitely
factions
about
would
it.
work so well in Total
Rendezvous
War
on my
compared to
mark.
like a game like this. I mean, range-based factions, like, you know, I feel like, what was the first Total War game that had like proper just like, range combat? Napoleon?
it'd be Empire. If that's what you consider to be proper range combat, yeah. The Empire came before Napoleon did. Napoleon was more like an expansion to it.
No, I
It was a
used to,
standalone, but it was kind of an
Stop
expansion.
us from activating the
I'd
cannons,
follow the
Captain.
Samurai in Shogun 2.
That was the cannons.
The general sniping.
Banana. Yeah. The Armstrong guns and the infantry des Marines, the French Marines.
Munitions
times.
here. Be mindful of not just its size, but its weapons, brothers.
Let's reach the fortress's weapons.
It is kind of fun to look back at like Total War Warhammer 1. Like, man, I remember buying that on release. And I was like, oh, it's so fucking cool. Only 4 factions for what we have now.
Active camouflage charged.
Yeah, it's hard to go back.
I haven't played the game anymore.
Rearming.
I feel like Total War Warhammer was the first time in any Total War game that cavalry charges felt like, okay, those are a bunch of people getting knocked over by horses.
Definitely not the first game. Medieval 2 crowd charges were very incredibly strong until they were busted.
I mean, they were strong, but I mean, as far as like the animations go, I feel like they were the best by far. I think Rome 2 were like Rome 2 had pathetic animations for it.
Well, yeah, I mean, like in Medieval 2, you'd see the guys like get charged and then they'd fall off their knees and slide 30 feet as they died.
Yeah.
Defensive cannons active. Targeting system.
Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down.
It cannot shrug off our cannons. The Titan flies with us.
Oh my god, it's shooting at me, Jesus Christ! I mean, for the Emperor. Can the heavy shield block those shots when you kite them? I assume so.
They're hit by anyway.
Yeah, the ground, but
Keep light between you and the Xenos weapon.
Almost half HP on first cycle. Oh no. Oh, there's meds here, Mr. Oh, you don't have Jutsu?
No. Brother. What happened when you your guy? Hold on, let me see this.
Don't let the guns shoot me. Kill them all.
Primary on site.
Let's skip these. That's some good straight lines in this game.
Get
We can
eyes on
fire
this
the defensive
computer.
cannons.
Trying to get my guy the same brother.
Brothers, it's retreating.
Avoid its contamination. My cloak ready. More attacks on
did no
that.
damage.
This abomination fall.
He's missing. He's missing.
Hierophant attacks.
It's a beauty purifications. I can read my chat.
Mind your positions.
You're totally fine. Yes, FGG is alive. FGG is AI actually. Alright, he knows too much.
My whole life is still alive.
AI the whole time.
Friends with the clanker this whole time.
The least advanced AI.
Generator active.
The abominable
Cannons
intelligence.
ready.
It's all because on my first channel, I just pronounced something very AI weird for a while, and I have one AI image of artwork out of like 100. So I'm like, this channel is obviously AI.
What did you pronounce like AI?
It wasn't like I pronounced it incorrectly. It's just my delivery is for sure.
Meteor line engaged. Eliminate.
Okay, it's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We get him.
Turning our attention to the towers.
Honestly, the idea of dying and roaring like that is very stupid because the whole thing is like you're dying. So how are you screaming that loud? You know?
For somebody's scream while dying.
Yeah, but like if you actually got shot in the chest 6 times by a freaking las cannon, you wouldn't go like roar. You go like, and then you're dead.
That's not epic though. That would make for a good cutscene.
Yeah, you should go.
It just plops to the ground. You ever like stepped on a bug? Probably like that.
He gets out his tea and crumpets and like has a little sip and goes, "Oh, I've been slain by my betters."
Just think how oh, look at that. Last Fusil does stupid damage. It really does.
Probably think you're pretty good, don't you?
No, I think this gun is pretty good.
I did 90.